Okay, so today we're going to continue working on our mushroom collage. And last time we glued on the trunk of the tree. Hopefully you saved a few of these for branches and twigs and all that. So remember, you could have had yours tall like a regular tree, or mine is going to be sideways. I did put some extra little pieces that I had in the background here, and then I'm going to add some branches to it. So I can use those little extra pieces that I have, and they will work really great for branches. So I just can cut them and add them wherever I want. If they go off the paper a little bit, I'm not too worried about that because I can always trim it. Change that a little bit. And then this is pretty thin, so I'm just gonna have a skinny little line of glue on there and add it where I want. If you get too much glue, you just wipe it off, no big deal. This other little part, maybe have them going, cut a little bit of that off. That's going to go out that way. A bit of glue. Since those are so thin, obviously a little glue seeped out, okay? So while those are drying, I'm going to work on some mushrooms. So I have these visuals here, which gives you some different ideas with mushrooms. And then you can see how I've drawn them on the back here. And you can then cut them out. So in here, got a little morel mushroom shape. And I always draw on the back because if I draw on the back and I don't like what I have, I'm not destroying anything that I have in the front. Okay, so I have my little mushroom here. That can be sprouting out down here maybe. I have little extra white pieces of paper like this, which is great for the mushroom, the bottoms of the mushrooms. So you kind of just cut out my shape. It's a little more rounded at the bottom than I want, so let me cut that a little bit. So I'm going to have my little mushroom down here. So I'll put a little bit of glue. And obviously you can always draw first and then cut and glue after. You don't need a lot of glue, like a little circle, or that could have been like 2 dots of glue. Then I can add that on here. And I always like to hold it down for about, 30 seconds or so it really sticks, okay? Because it's all about layering today. So I have some grass I've cut. I put some little pieces down here. I've got some extra paper here, and I have a lot more here. So I've got lots of room for grass I can have coming all around. So with that, let me cut this off here. So maybe I'm going to have a piece of grass kind of coming up from behind here. If it's a little too thick, I just trim off some. So that grass can be coming from behind there. If that seems still too big, which it's just a little big for me. Let me cut that off. There we go. That's more what I want. Then I can put my little line of glue. A little glue goes a long way with this project. And we'll be putting these on the drying rack. I can kind of tilt it. I kind of like it tilted just a little bit. Then these little extra pieces I can totally use too. I think a variety is nice. I can have another little piece grass coming up on the other side to give it some added interest. It's all about layering. So I've got like the background, I've got the middle ground, which is the trees, and the foreground, which is the front. I've got some mushrooms on here, and I still have lots of room to add. I can even cut out little leaves. And you can have really little leaves if it's a back leaf, bigger leaves if it's closer up. And I just keep adding on wherever I want. So this is something you will not finish today. It's going to take some time, but it's just all about layering, so in different sizes. And if you have anything sticking off the edge, I let it dry a little bit, and then I can take my scissors and cut it off, being careful not to cut my blue paper, okay? And in any areas like this that's kind of sticking up that maybe I didn't add enough glue, you can just have a little teeny dot of glue and then hold that down again, because you want everything to lay really nice and flat. So If you get as far as I am right now, that's great. If you don't get this far, that's fine too. Remember, you'll have another day to add all your finishing details on your mushrooms, but lots of mushrooms because that's our focal point today.